until I hit my last breath. Music's everlasting even if past death. Not overacting, music's never past tense. Colliding with the greats, welcome to this crash test.
All right, everybody, welcome to the BringTheBars podcast. Once again, I'm your host, KC, aka KingCanada, and today I'm bringing on G-Bones for the show. This is going to be a fun interview. I'm excited to bring him on. We've had a little bit of a slowdown on episodes lately. I'll be getting right back to it. The random draw hasn't been made in the BTB group for a little bit, so next week the draw will be made. She's been real busy lately, so Monday I'll post the top 15 members. And then Tuesday, I'll post the results and I'll have 2 draws for each one. So out of the top 15, 2 members will be picked for an interview right here on the BTB podcast. And the other 2 members will be picked for the random bars segment where a track of theirs airs on the radio alongside the podcast. So we're going to do that next Monday. Before I bring G-Bones on, though, I want to run another little thing from Smudge D, an artist. He's part of the BringTheBars group, great networker. He has even his own messenger group he's kind of got going called the Higher Power, and it's all these artists supporting one another. He gives nothing but support. He's a great contact to have and a lot of fun to work with. But he released an album called The Independent Takeover. You can find it on all platforms. It will be in the description below, and I'll let Smudge D tell you guys a little bit about it. Then after that, we're going to bring G-Bones on.
What's up, BTB family? I'm here promoting my album. This is Smudge D, and my new album's called The Independent Takeover. I got all kinds of great acts on this album. We got C12, J2E, KingCanada, Kevin Jackson, DJ Tune, Z76. This is going to be the most lit album. You guys got to check it out. Follow me on Instagram at Smudge D Rap and Facebook at Smudge D at Facebook.com. Thanks a lot. Y'all be cool.
Perfect. Everyone, welcome to another episode of the BringTheBars podcast. This is episode 46, and I'm joined by G-Bones. How have you been doing, man?
Yeah, really good, mate. You?
I'm doing great. It's been a while to try to get you back on this. How was your trip?
Oh, yeah, really good. Out there with the family to Spain. Hot, 26 degrees every day, so can't complain.
That must have been a nice trip. Hey, how far is it from where you are to get to Spain?
It's about 2.5 hours on the plane, so not too bad. South of Spain.
Yeah, okay, cool. So last we talked, man, you've been on, this is episode 46. I think you're on episode like 15 or something like that. So it's been about 30 weeks or something like that since you last been on. So let everybody know what you've done in that meantime, what tracks you've released, what kind of music you've been working on. So just let everybody know.
Okay. So I haven't done much on my own tracks. I did a track with Otis Isaacs. I think that was on I did a verse off that on the awards show.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of features, a hell of a lot of features. That's mainly what I've been doing. I've probably done over 20-30 features since the last time we spoke. But I've been working doing my solo album. I'm doing a new album. It's going to be out next year.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking that it's going to be my last album as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I probably won't completely hang up the mic, but I'll probably still do features here and there, and I might carry on the Halloween tracks because I do one of them every year and I enjoy them. But apart from that, I don't think I'll be making any more albums.
Yeah, that first Halloween track, you won the BTB Music Video Award for that first one. You told me you're working on the second one. What can we expect from this new one coming out this Halloween?
Yeah, well, this one's pretty special in my eyes. This one's really good. The people who I've showed it to have really enjoyed it, and I've just finished recording 2 days ago. So I just got to get onto editing all that now, but it's going to take a while because there's so many little clips. There's a lot of running in it, so a lot running through the forest in the nighttime, and there's like lots of like 2-second clips of running, so I've got to cut them all together, and
yeah,
it's going to be a lot of work.
Are you planning to drop that out on Halloween Day?
Yeah, on Halloween, yeah. So I got about 2.5 weeks to finish editing it.
Yeah, editing, man, that takes a long time. When I did the award show, it took me forever.
Yeah, well, that was a big show as well.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do, and it's good when you can do it all yourself too, because I know you do all your own production and everything. We talked about that the first time. One thing I wanted to ask you, I didn't ask you in the first episode, but growing up, what were your like influences in sound and music growing up? What did you listen to, even if it wasn't hip hop that your parents might have listened to?
Well, when I was a kid, my dad used to listen to Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
he loved Pink Floyd, and I always loved the song "Money" from Pink Floyd.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I used to love that when I was a kid. I used to listen to loads of Michael Jackson as well. I used to love Michael Jackson. I went to see him when I was about 10.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, Wembley Stadium in London. Yeah, it was good.
What was the first hip hop song you remember hearing?
It was Ice-T's album OG. He did a song on there called Midnight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, I was a huge Ice-T fan.
Yeah, I had that. I think that was around 92, 93, something like that. And then Doggy Style. And then that was it. I was hooked after that. Doggy Style was just insane. Still to this day, it's one of my favorite albums. Absolutely love it.
It's good. A couple good albums to get hooked on to hip hop for sure.
Yeah.
What did your parents think of the hip hop scene when you were first getting into it? Did they allow you to listen to the violent lyrics and all that stuff? A lot of parents sometimes will censor what the kids are listening to.
Nah, man, we're all right.
Yeah, same with my end. I was able to listen to whatever.
Yeah. Nah, that was all good.
And also on the last interview, and I see you do lots of posts on this, I know you like whipping up and creating some wine. So what kind of flavors have you been whipping up lately for the wine?
I've got a ginger beer wine. I got some nettle wine. I went and picked some nettles from the farm. What else have I got? I got dandelion and burdock wine. I don't know if you have dandelion and burdock out there. It's like a black soda.
No, I don't think so.
No. That's about it at the moment. Yeah, that's all I got on at the moment.
What makes you like attempt these flavors? That like makes you just, oh, this might work, like a ginger or whatever. What makes you just go, let's try this?
I don't know, because I'm a chef as well, so I like experimenting with flavors. So yeah, I just like to make something a bit different than the normal, like your normal wine, like elderflower and strawberry. I did all of that, and now I want to make things like butterscotch. That's another one I've got on. I made like butterscotch sweets, like stirred them all up in a pot, melted them all down, and then make wine out of that. So like all the weird flavors, so people get more interested in it.
Which one has been your favorite so far, and your least favorite?
I did a cherry lime and chili. The first one was amazing, and then the second time I did it again, I used a smoky chipotle, so it tastes like smoke. It wasn't too good. I like the coffee wine. I made coffee wine. That was really good.
Yeah,
you get the buzz to keep you awake, and the alcohol to knock you out.
It's like mixing Jägermeister and a Red Bull or whatever for Jaeger bombs, you know?
Yeah, like that, yeah.
I'm not even really much of a wine drinker, but I always see you make these posts with these flavors, and I see the flavors. I'm like, man, I'd like to just try that just to see what that
Exactly. You see, that's why you make the weird flavors, because everybody gets interested. They're like, oh yeah, that sounds really good, actually. I'll give that a go.
Yeah, the butterscotch definitely piques my interest.
Yeah, everyone was straight onto that one. As soon as I posted it, everyone was like, I want one.
Yeah. We're going to get back to the music a little bit. Last we talked, I know you're not a huge fan of mainstream hip hop. You're more into like the underground music. So in the last year since we last talked, either a new mainstream artist or a new underground artist, is there anybody you found that you would recommend people checking out?
I think I mentioned him last time, actually. Probably my favorite underground artist. He's kind of between mainstream and underground. Is Complete from Australia, TPW. He's for me, he's one of the not just one of the best underground artists. He's one of the best rappers around on the planet. I think he's that good.
He sent me some links last time too.
Yeah, his multi-syllable rhyming is just incredible. I don't think anyone can do multi-syllable rhyming as good as him, and that's a massive statement.
Yeah, because there's a lot out there that I can try to pull it off, but yeah, he is one of the tops. You think of the multi-syllable, you think Eminem, you think him, RA. There's quite a few good ones out there.
He did a song called Rubik's Cube, and the whole song is the same. I think it's 3-syllable rhymes, and the whole song is the same. It's just incredible.
How long's the track?
It's about 3 minutes, I think.
Oh wow, yeah, that I'll have to check that out. I might have heard it. You might have sent me the link, but I check out so much music, so like I forget what I heard, and then someone would send it like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. But
I'll send you the link when we're finished.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And what about like pure mainstream music? Do you like any mainstream artist or a fan of anybody? Maybe Joyner Lucas or?
Yeah, Eminem's my favorite artist of all time, I think.
Yeah.
So I do like mainstream. I like more of the old mainstream artists rather than the new mainstream artists. I don't like many of the new mainstream artists. I like R.A. the Rugged Man. I like Eminem. I like Tech Nine.
Yeah.
I like Token as well.
Yeah, Token's been releasing a lot lately too.
Yeah, Joyner Lucas is good. Yeah, I do like mainstream artists, just not the new ones. I don't like anyone with the name Lil.
Yeah, or the mumble, or even like when they just overkill the auto-tune. It's like, oh.
Yeah, people say that I'm hating on it, but I don't care what they say. It's rubbish.
Yeah, yeah, it's just not our time for that, man. I agree completely. Anybody with Little, 100%, I probably won't even check it out.
No.
It took me forever just to check out Little Dicky because I thought he was gonna be this
he's actually
mumble rapper, and then I heard him. I was like, I like him.
He's good, yeah. He's got a new film coming out as well.
Oh yeah, and he has his show, and yeah, I became a fan of him for sure. He's very creative with what he does for sure.
The first time I heard him, I became a fan of him. It was on a song with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that was actually the first one I heard too.
Yeah.
The professional rapper, how they did that back and forth was so good.
Yeah, that was really good. So I'll take that back. Anyone with the little name in it, apart from him.
And going through, like you're selective probably with your beats and stuff. You have your own sound. What do you look for when you're finding a beat, and where do you find most of your beats?
Most of them I find on YouTube. I always subscribe to the favorite. When I find a really good beat, I subscribe to him, and I'll look through all his videos, past videos, and then anything new he drops, I'll check it out. There's a guy on YouTube called Psycho. It's SYKO.
Okay.
I think he does incredible beats. You should.
What kind of sound do you try to go for? Is like, do you want loud bass? Do you want like what kind of sounds strike you the most when you hear a beat for the first time?
Mostly, well, firstly I'll go for anything, depending on the mood, but most of the time it's going to be something which will accommodate an averagely fast flow, where you can change rhyme schemes up, because you've heard the way that I rap. You can change it up, so something like that's going to have you like, like a bit of energy in it, some type, something with heavy beats, bass, that type of thing, something big sounding, get people entertained.
Yeah, and you sent me a video. I'm still working on the episode, but reviving the update for like a quarterly special, and you're going to be one of the things for the behind the scenes of your recording process. The way you do it, how you switch up your rhyme schemes. Just explain to everybody what your recording process is like when you're recording a track.
Yeah, so I always do it in 4 or 8 bars, sometimes longer if it's like a really fast bit where I'm trying to be impressive.
Yeah.
So normally I record in 4s, sometimes 8s, but never more. I just said sometimes more, but punching in is fine. A lot of people say that punching in isn't good because you're not, if you're doing it live, you're not punching in, so you can't punch in when recording in the studio for some crazy reason. It sounds better if you punch it in. It sounds more professional if you're recording 4s or you're recording 8s, and then when you go to record the next part, go over the end of the last part, so it sounds more natural when you go into it. And then
that's a great thing to tell people to do, because like I punch in as well, and when you did that, like I do that as well. You want to record over what you did, and like you said, it's perfect. It keeps the flow going and continues it up instead of just punching in like right at the next set.
Yeah, because if you just punch straight in, your tone of the voice could be different, for one. And then sometimes when you punch in, you go too aggressive on your first word, so you can tell that it's punched in. But if you rap over the end of the last bit, it just becomes more of a smooth transition.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And did you always record like this, or is this something you've just learned over the years?
Just something I learned over the years. When I started working with a guy called Meters, he came around and he would always say, never record in more than 4. And he was always recording in 4. And I was recording for him, and I was like, yeah, this is a decent way of doing it. And then since then, it stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, even with the concerts, like you don't punch in concerts, which is true, but a lot of the times too, you have a hype man that would say your last word of your thing, or you would have it even on the speaker for you to maybe catch your breath and continue on to the next version of the bars. And
when I work live, I keep the choruses in the beats, so then I can for one, the chorus sounds bigger, which it's supposed to in a song, and you can take breaths and a lot of breathing in the chorus, and then you can get ready for your next verse if you don't have a hype man.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Smash Every Blazing Record, CEO of the PMCENT Network, and today I am here on behalf of BringTheBars Records to inform you all that if you haven't already heard, they have a new website that is available for you to go and view today. The website is www.pmcentnetwork.com/BringTheBars. On this website, you guys can check out all their YouTube content. You guys can get a full list of all the current members signed to BTB Records, and also read up on their biographies. You guys will get Spotify playlists and a whole lot more, so go and check it out. Also, while you're at it, please visit the Google Play Store if you have an Android device to download the PMCENT Network app. Available for only $2.99 in the Google Play Store. You guys can get it right now. We offer a whole lot of content, exclusive content. We offer game shows and a whole lot more. So you guys go and check it out. PMCENT Network app in the Google Play Store for Android devices. Now, back to more of BTB programming.
And now, new little segment I threw into the show last 4 or 5 episodes, but my wife here, she listens to everything BTB. She tunes into all the podcasts. She loves the whole network. And so she gets a segment on the show. I call it the Queen's Question. So she's got a question for you. She wanted me to ask you is, we know you're a father. So with, hold on, I'm going to pull it up because I wrote it down because you told me. With being a father, when your kids, I don't know if they listen to your music or when they'll listen to your music, but if they do or when they do, what would you want them to take from it?
Can you imagine my kids listening to my music? You've heard my Halloween songs.
Yeah.
There's no way my kids are listening to my music.
How old are your kids?
One is 8 and one is 3.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But when they're a bit older, then I can show them first I would show them like the more, not the Halloween songs, the more serious songs and the more meaningful songs and things like that, and then hopefully they can take something from it, if it helps them in any way, then great.
Yeah, the creativity, just taking that from it, I think would be big.
Yeah, I mean, apart from hip hop, I make some hip hop beats, and I make trance music as well for a DJ. When I'm making instrumentals, they see that, and they cause sometimes they come in and help with playing on the keyboard, and so they're always there with the music making process, just not the rap lyrics. They can't hear that yet. they're not
So you got to
ready
make
for
sure
that.
they're locked out when you're recording your verses.
Yeah, I only record when they're out of the house.
What would be one track you just wouldn't want them to find? I'm assuming the Halloween one.
Yeah, any of the Halloween ones, especially the videos.
Oh yeah, because those tracks are awesome though, man.
Cheers.
Another thing in the first episode we talked about too, I asked you like your dream artist you would like to work with, and you picked I said a male and a female artist, and you picked RA and Snow the Product as your actual two artists you would love to work with. So I want to switch it up a bit. Is who would be like your dream producer to work with, and why?
Probably Dre, just because of the years of amazing beats. But if I did work with Dre, I would want him to go back to old Dre. I didn't like that Compton album. I didn't like the beats on it.
Yeah.
But from the beats from like 2000 and the Iconic 2001, and pretty much all of Eminem's beats that he did for Eminem, they were dope, but not the Compton one.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was a couple I didn't mind off it, but in total, yeah, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was like two beats. Yeah, it wasn't Dre. You need the pianos like ding 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 ding.
Like
the
whole still Dre kind of sound and nothing but bang, all that fun stuff for sure.
Pretty much Dre's signature was that piano with the chords. The chords ding 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 ding. There's so many Dre songs that have that in.
Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of people say he was just pretty much like a West Coast vibe kind of producer, but that's not true, because look at all the artists he produced for, like that were outside of the West Coast, even that they've had hits off of that.
Yeah, I preferred his West Coast ones, but yeah, he's versatile, definitely.
Yeah, and just to sit beside him and learn would be a hell of an experience, man.
Yeah, have you seen that video when Eminem first goes into the studio with him, and he plays the beat that he made for
My Name Is?
My Name Is, yeah. And Eminem's like, my name is.
And Dre's just like, do that.
yeah.
Eminem was just kind of like joking around, feeling the beat, I think, and then Dre's like, no, do that.
Yeah,
and we all know what happened with that track.
Yeah, exactly. That's blew his career up.
Yeah. Another thing, there's a member in the BTB group, Scotty G, and he posted a question a few months back, and I love this question. I started asking it on the podcast. He asked, what would you consider like success for yourself in your music or in your life? Some people want the money, some people want to make it a living, some people just want to touch some people. What would you consider like success for yourself in your music?
To be happy. That's the main thing, to be happy.
That's
that's the main thing with anything. Money and views and success and what people consider success. It doesn't really matter if you're not happy. As long as you're happy, then that's what matters.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
No
one's answered that before.
If what you do makes you happy, then keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter with anything. Like you said, man, that's key thing for all life, not just music.
Yeah, exactly.
And another thing, like I said, it's been a year since we last talked. What have you found that you improved on the most in the last year with your music, with your writing? And is there anything else you want to still constantly improve at?
Yeah, I'm always trying to improve on my production. And I think I am. I think I have improved. I think I'm constantly improving on it. With regards to like flow and lyrics and things, I think the flow is as good as I can do. Lyrics wise, I'm always trying to get more double entendres and things like that. I want to try and get more of that into my lyrics. I've got lots of wordplay and tongue twisters and things like that, but I want to get more double entendres in there.
especially the wordplay and like metaphors you use, because you go really quick sometimes, and it's like to catch your songs, it's almost like listening to Eminem song. You have to go back and listen to it about 10 times to catch.
A few times. Yeah.
But you've done a few that have like blew, like the doctor said I can have a stroke at any time. Like that's one of my favorite on the cipher, and how you laid that up was just like that was incredible.
There was another one I did on that song as well about the something about pizza oven.
Yeah, fresh out of a pizza oven. Yeah,
getting sectioned like I'm fresh out of a pizza oven.
Yeah, that was great. And man, you've had a few of them, man. Like gave COVID a massive fever, and just trying to think back on a few. But
I did the most I did was on I did a cover of a Nas song. I Am Nas I Am. It was Nas I Am. I think mine was called It's Like. That one is literally, I thought, right, I'll do a song with as many double entendres and as much wordplay as I can in there. And if you listen to that, every time you listen to it, you'll catch a new one, I guarantee. And then that one, I even say what you just said about the where I rhyme so quickly. Is sometimes you won't catch what I'm saying. So sometimes I say something like. Sometimes I go over your head. Sometimes I'm so fast. Sometimes I go over your head like I'm fitting scrubs, something like that.
That's dope. And this whole style, like, is it something you just learned over time, or did you always kind of have this distinct style when you first started out? I don't know when you started out, but
it's going to be 20 years next year. So, no, when I first started out, I was rubbish. But I knew the style that this style that I have now was in my head, and I would try it, but I just couldn't do it. Let me just plug this in because the battery is going to run out.
Yeah, no problem.
1 second.
When you get like your metaphor in your head or a double entendre that pops in your head, do you have like a notepad of all different kind of metaphors you have written down, or do you only come up with them really on the spot when you're hearing the beat?
On the spot, yeah. And I don't have anything written down. What I do when I'm doing like multi-syllable rhymes is a good tip for people. Write lists of things that rhyme. So if you do like, if you want to rhyme 4 different words, write those words on the top of your page, and then write a list of things that rhyme in a column, and then try and match words where you could make a sentence that makes sense in the context that you need it in. You can't just make random sentences. You need to make it in the context and use them words, and then instead of like sitting there thinking, oh, I need a word, you've got them all written down before you start writing your lines.
Yeah, I had a notepad way back when I first started writing. Like this must have been 10-12 years ago, and I did that. I'd have all of my list of words that rhymed with one another, and then if you had to pull it out, you just pull it out from there. I still have that notepad somewhere, I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, everyone does it on the phone these days, don't they?
Yeah, that's where most of my like lines, because I'll come up with it when I'm just outside or something, a metaphor or a punchline. I write it in my phone, and then it looks like an Eminem notepad. I just got shit written down everywhere.
Yeah, I'm the same. I had loads of notepads everywhere. Now it's all in the phone, but I still do the lists of rhymes in my phone.
Yeah,
so I still do the same thing.
Recording your songs, do you like recording with the paper or with the phone, or do you like just memorizing your stuff before you get in there and record it?
So depending how quick the turnover, if I'm doing a feature and someone says I need it in the next few days, then I'll read it off the phone. But if I've got time, I prefer to learn it, and I'll wrap it over the next couple of weeks, like wherever I'm doing, on the bus or whatever. And then when I go to record it, I don't really need to read it. I'll keep it there in front of me so I can still see it, but I don't really need to. You get more of a confident flow.
Yeah, you do. And it's always nice to still have the reference in front of you, but if you're not actually really reading it, you're just there just in case, is kind of how
exactly.
Yeah, and a great tip I learned as well with that from Tech 9, actually. He would record his thing with the paper in front of him, and then for like I think it was Tech 9, or it might have been might have been Ice Cube or Ice T even, but they'd play the song in their headphone over and over and over and over again for like 3 days straight, and then go back in and record it again. Because once you hear it, the lyrics really stick in your head once you hear it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well after listening to, when I release a song, I always listen to it for a couple of days after, and then it's definitely always stuck in your head. So I never thought of that, to go and re-recording it. But
yeah, I think it was Tech 9. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong on that. But I'm looking at the time, man. We're gonna hit the final segment. If you remember this segment from the first time we did this is Name Your Bars. So the first time you were on, you got 3 out of 5. So let's see if you can top your 3 out of 5 on this one. I'll name a bar or two from one of your tracks. You let me know which track these bars are from. So first one I got here is, I ain't like you, bitch. I'm giving you this hocus pocus to provoke the focus that is so ferocious.
That the one I did with the Joker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What's the name of the song? We Ain't Like You.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. Second track here is, I'ma keep them coming, feel the repercussions. I'm a league above them, leaving all these rappers needing reconstruction.
Oh, leaving all these rappers needing reconstruction. That was on the Cypher, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You're 2 for 2. Third one, you can say I'm a bit vain, but I'm a better rapper than 90% of you goddamn shit stains.
And no swearing.
I'll bleep that out in the radio.
Yeah, that was the one with Otis Isaacs, Committed.
Incredible track, man. When he sent you that hook, was that exactly like what you were feeling for that track?
That was better than what I was thinking for that track.
That track blew me away, from your verses to his hook, man. Oh my God.
I was so impressed with that hook. I was, when he sent me that track, I was so impressed. I didn't write my lyrics until he'd done the hook. That was my idea, to give him the song and give him complete control of what the song was going to be about. So,
cool.
So the hook was basically made the song, and then I wrote the lyrics after.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that turned out great, man. You're 3 for 3. You already tied your first time doing this Name Your Bars segment. We got 2 more. Here's the 4th one. Hold on, I need to pull it up here. I have them all written down. Taking your last gasps, armed to the teeth with gas in my backpack. They gave me a round of applause, but I clapped back. Now I'm alone like a sad sack.
That's my Halloween song, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Are You Scared?
Yes, 4 for 4 so far, man. Last one here. Can you go for 5 for 5? Is, I had enough of these fake fuckers upon the mic. You may suffer a blade stuck in your puff and pipe.
Yeah, blades. I had enough of these fake fuckers up on the mic. Blades up in the maid, up in the mic. Blades up in the maid. Was that Fake with HK?
No, it is not.
Oh, what was it?
Carnage We Create.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Hey man, you did pretty good, especially with how much rhyme schemes you throw into a track and everything. 4 out of 5. You topped your first appearance. So, but yeah, man, that was it. 4 for 5 on that. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's always nice talking to you. Can't wait to hear see the new Halloween track video. So we'll keep in touch, and definitely let me know when you drop that.
Yeah, there's a new one coming with Otis Isaacs as well soon. He sent me a song to put a feature on it, and he messaged me just the other day actually saying he really loved it. So he's looking forward to that, and so am I. That's going to be a good track. His singing in is really good. Yeah,
it is, man. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to hear what else you drop. If it's your last album coming, I hope it's not, but I hope to hear more. But if it is, I can't wait for that album, man. I know you're going to kill it.
Cheers, mate.
All right, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers, on you.